In 2023, a new generation of billionaires emerged in sports. We present the top 15 connected to Formula One. Interestingly, the newcomer to the billionaire elite is not included in this list but deserves recognition. In April 2023, Torger Christian, popularly known as Toto Wolff, at the age of 51, was acknowledged by Forbes. He became the latest billionaire in sports, with an estimated net worth of $1 billion. Toto is the leader and CEO of Mercedes, holding 33% of the team. When he joined Mercedes, he bought 30% for $30 million. His annual revenue soared from $200 million in 2013 to $450 million in 2022. He has investments beyond Formula One, elevating his income to the mentioned billion. Toto Wolff's wealth is notable. However, it has not yet placed him among the top 15, which we will begin listing now. 1. Jem Najafi. Jem Najafi's journey is remarkable. With an estimated fortune of $1.3 billion, he has 60 years of experiences and stories. Iranians and Americans recognize his name, primarily for his profound influence in the sports world. He is the mind behind Najafi Companies, serving as CEO and owner. But that's not all. He also chairs the renowned MSP Sports Capital Investment Fund. If that weren't enough, Jem holds co-owner and vice president titles at the NBA's prominent team, the Phoenix Suns. His passion for motorsport is evident in his role as vice president of McLaren Racing. Chapter 2. John Elkann. Next, we have John Elkann. He is not just a 47-year-old American entrepreneur, he is the legacy of a rich history. His net worth? Around $1.7 billion. Elkann is the driving force behind EXOR as its chairman and CEO. Going back in time, in 1899, his great-great-grandfather, Giovanni Agnelli, planted the family seeds when he founded Fiat in Turin, in the picturesque northern region of Italy. However, it was in 2004, shortly after his grandfather's loss, that John truly took the reins of the Fiat family. Under his guidance, EXOR, a jewel in the Agnelli family crown, solidified its presence in Ferrari. In 2018, he was appointed chairman of the team, consolidating his position in 2021. 3. Jean-Paul DeJoria. Jean-Paul DeJoria is an inspiration on his own. Unlike others, he is a true self-made man in the cosmetics world. This American, who once sold encyclopedias, cleaned buildings, and worked as a gas station attendant, now boasts a fortune of $2.9 billion. Currently residing in Austin, Texas, he has a burning passion for motorsports. He recalls, in 1995, my dear wife Heloisa and I attended the Formula One Grand Prix in Monaco. Michael Schumacher won. It was an unforgettable moment, and since then, my passion has only grown. 4. Bernie Ecclestone. Bernie Ecclestone is a living legend. He propelled Formula One from a niche sport to a global phenomenon in a stellar 4-decade career. Now, with a net worth of $2.9 billion, he ranks 12th on the list of the richest. Affectionately and fearfully known as the Formula One Supremo, Bernie passed the baton in 2017. That's when Liberty Media, in a bold move, acquired Formula One for $4.4 billion. Today, he offers his vast experience as an advisor. 5. Lawrence Stroll. Last but certainly not least, Lawrence Stroll makes his notable appearance. At 64 years old and with a fortune of $3.8 billion, he is the magnate behind Aston Martin in Formula One. Stroll made his fortune in the glamorous world of fashion, particularly through shrewd decisions with Michael Kors and partnerships with Tommy Hilfiger. In 2018, he made a bold move into Formula One when he acquired Force India. After investing $235,600,000 in Aston Martin in 2020, he reaffirmed his dominance as the CEO. Under his leadership, Racing Point was rebranded as the Aston Martin team, bringing the brand back to Formula One after a 60-year hiatus. 6. Anthony Ressler. Standing out in the top 10 is Anthony Ressler. This American private equity magnate, at 62, has an estimated fortune of $5.9 billion. He has invested in notable sports teams such as Atletico de Madrid and the Atlanta Hawks. Ressler also owns a part of McLaren through Ares Management, a company he founded, controlling assets exceeding $300 billion. His businesses are diverse, but the emphasis has been on the sports world. 7. Anthony Bamford. In the 9th position is the British Anthony Bamford, aged 77. Along with his family, he has a fortune of $6.3 billion. They own JCB, a construction equipment manufacturer. JCB generates over $5 billion in annual revenue and sells in 150 countries, with the U.S. military among its clients. Bamford also supports Aston Martin in Formula One. He acquired a significant stake later, influencing decisions within the team alongside Lawrence. 8. Piero Ferrari. In the 8th position, we find Piero Ferrari. His surname is iconic. As the son of the Ferrari founder, he owns 10% and is the vice president. At 78, his fortune is $6.5 billion. Piero joined the Billionaires in 2015 when Ferrari went public. After his brother Dino's death in 1956, he became the sole heir. 9. Alfa Romeo. Swedish Finn Rausing is the financier of Alfa Romeo, occupying the 7th position with $8.9 billion. At 68, he is part of the Tetra Laval board. His grandfather founded Tetra Pak, a pioneer in aseptic packaging. Rausing's grandfather was notable for building his own fortune. His involvement in Formula One began in 2016 when he acquired the Sauber team and later transferred ownership to himself. Rausing appointed a trusted president, keeping a distance from direct management. 10. John Malone. In the 6th position is the American John Malone, owner of Liberty Media chairman. Known as the Cable Cowboy, he has a fortune of $9.2 billion at the age of 82. He is the chairman and majority shareholder of Liberty Media, standing out as an influential media magnate. Malone owns 28% of Discovery Communications and 25% of Liberty Global. He also holds 8% of the baseball team Atlanta Braves. Interestingly, he is the largest landowner in the United States, with 2.2 million acres. 11. Stephen Ross. In 5th place, we have Stephen Ross. He is the founder and principal shareholder of the Related Company, a real estate development firm. At 82, Stephen has amassed a fortune of $11.6 billion. Since 2008, he has immersed himself in the sports world. He oversees the Miami Dolphins football team, competing in the NFL. Additionally, he owns the Hard Rock Stadium. It's evident that Stephen is one of the mentors of the Miami Grand Prix GP. The paddock was created on his team's facilities, and this GP has yielded him more than a full season of profits for the Miami Dolphins. 12. Stefan Persson. In 4th place, we find Stefan Persson, the wealthiest Swede. Stefan owns a part of Alfa Romeo and holds 36% of the fashion retailer H&M. After 22 years as president, he stepped down in May 2020, succeeded by his son, Carl Johan. Currently, his fortune is $16.2 billion. 13. James Ratcliffe. In the 3rd position, we have James Ratcliffe. He owns 1/3 of Mercedes and is the CEO of Ineos, a chemical industry giant. At 70, Ratcliffe has accumulated $22.9 billion. He approached Toto Wolff after a Formula One event. They quickly identified joint business opportunities. In December 2019, announcements of collaborations between the companies were made, mainly in sailing and cycling projects. Ratcliffe moved from England to minimize taxations. 14. Mark Mateschitz. The second name is Mark Mateschitz. At 31, he entered this list in October 2022, after the passing of his father, Dietrich Mateschitz, co-founder of Red Bull. Mark, now holding $49.7 billion, is Europe's richest millennial. He inherits 49% of Red Bull and already led Thalheimer-Heilwasser, part of the Red Bull Group. 15. Carlos Slim Helú. At the top of the list is Carlos Slim Helú. At 83, he and his family dominate América Móvil, the owner of Claro in Brazil. With an impressive fortune of $93 billion, he is the richest person in Mexico and ranks 8th globally, according to Forbes. He has diverse businesses, from construction to real estate in Mexico. In the past, he owned 17% of the New York Times and played a crucial role in Sergio Perez's career in Formula One, in addition to sponsoring the Red Bull race. You might be wondering about the absence of Arab princes and heirs on the list. They have vast fortunes in the Middle East linked to Formula One. However, the lack of concrete data about their wealth makes their inclusion challenging. Thus, we listed only billionaires with publicly known and verified fortunes. So, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a like and subscribe to the channel, turning on notifications because I post new videos every day. I'll see you in the next one.